Let me try again.
Or you can stop recording, do it live streaming first, and then start recording again in case.
Let me try once, then I will go for that option. Yeah, it is coming. Yeah. We are on live, man. Perfect. Everybody is joined, no? Can we start?
Yes, I think.
Good evening to one and all present here. Let me introduce myself. This is Dr. Nagarajan, Professor of Electrical Engineering and Principal at Organised Institute of Engineering Technology, Siliguri, West Bengal, India. Today we are all gathered here to discuss about innovation and research. Shall we start the program with our prayer song? Om, 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 Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat, Param Brahma, Dasmaiti, Guruve Namaha. I bow down to that great Guru, who is the essence of all living and non-living things, which pervades in the whole universe, creation, moving and unmoving. To that beloved Guru, who showed me the true state of being, I bow down. This is my customary speech to welcome all the panelists over here. Welcome every day with a smile. Look on the new day as another special gift from our Creator, another golden opportunity to complete what you are unable to finish yesterday. Be a self-starter. Let your first hour set the theme of success and positive action that is certain to echo through your entire day. Today will never happen again. Don't waste it with the false start or don't start at all. You are not born to fail. With that welcome note, I extend a very warm welcome to our chief guest, Professor Sharif Ismail Ejib, Honorary Patron, CWSIR, Professor of Business Information System, Saudi Arabia, for his wonderful panel discussion on innovation and research. We also welcome all the panelists for today's session. Professor Salaluddin Grip, Morocco, IEEE, Mr. Horace Dominic, IJSR, Indonesia, Engineer Sivasankar, Aerostate Aviation, Bangalore, Mr. Hussein Alfarad, Research Scholar, Iraq, Professor Hatim Suleiman, President, ATASP, Tunisia, and not but not the least, Dr. Shruti Marwala, General Secretary, CWSIR, and the guest of honor of today's panel discussion. Now I invite our guest of honor, Dr. Shruti Marwala, General Secretary, CWSIR, to give an introductory talk on today's topic, innovation and research. Ma'am, over to you. Ma'am, please unmute. Unmute yourself, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Once again, on behalf of CWSIR, I welcome all of you and a good evening to all of you. I would like to share the screen before I start with my talk. So I'll just share the screen. Before starting with anything, I would just like to say that I am really privileged to be a part of CWSIR. CWSIR is a society uh, which was founded in 2019 in Gorakhpur, India, and the main verge is to put human and social science research into action. The main emphasis is to put people beyond inequality and gender differences. It works to promote and support research and innovation and facilitates the creation of knowledge in every field. Knowledge and innovation are not restricted to any particular field, and thus CWSIR works in advancement of technology in every field. About meetex, I would like to share that we have brilliant speakers. We have multiple issues and wide ranges covered in meetex, and there is always a mind blowing conversation. It is mostly community driven because what is purposeful and required to be used by the society is taken under meetex. It inspires all of us and provides us with lots and lots of knowledge and information, which is thought provoking, diverse, and it unleashes new ideas, fosters learnings, and the most important fact is that the meetex is always unbiased. Meetex covers original views, knowledge, innovation, research, and development. Before starting with anything, I suppose it becomes very important and ethical to discuss about the people who have started this. So I would just like to pay tribute to late Charles Walter, who has been a great author, who has been a great innovator, and there are lots and lots of birds and animal species that we see around us who have been named by him. So he has got a great contribution in the society. He has become a role model and icon for all of us. Words are not enough to express thanks and gratitude to Prophet Dr. Smita, who has been a role model for all of us. Her inspiration, her work, and her dedication towards poetry, writing, working has become an inspiration for all of us. She has given us a great platform to interact, and more than that, she has become a great mentor for all of us. Professor Dr. Pandey is not an unknown name for all of us. Dr. Pandey is a person who has given us this platform to interact, share knowledge, and just because of Dr. Smita and Dr. Pandey, we all are here sharing our knowledge with all of you. So I would really like to thank both of them so that we are able to proceed and share our knowledge. Once again, I would like to welcome all the guests and panelists. Now, if we talk about innovation and research, we need to understand what is innovation and what is research. Innovation is something which has been created, an idea which is created and produces something new and innovative for the society, something which is productive and something which helps people in the society to live, to work, and it becomes the utility. And research, again, a very common name, research, to search about something and to do a continuous study about something to uncover the things. Now, what is more important is to keep a balance between innovation and research, because any innovation can become useful only if proper systematic and scientific research has been done on it. So I guess innovation and research are always intertwined. Anything anything which is created would be useful and productive for the society only if due research has been done. So the topic that I am going to take over here is cognitive development. The trend has been the modern trend, especially in the educational sector, has been there for cognitive development. So before going for the topic, I would just like to discuss briefly what is cognition. So cognition is basically the entire thinking process, the way the child thinks, the way the child reacts to the situations around him, and the way the child chooses things. There are a lot of situations in life where the child has to choose among lots and lots of alternatives. So it becomes very important for a child to have a good cognitive development, to make choices, to be creative. Initially, there was an IQ system. We used to discuss the IQ system more because we used to feel that if a child IQ of the child is good, the child is intelligent. But in the modern trend says cognitive development, the overall development of a child, including intelligence, focus, concentration, attention span, creativity, decision making ability, these all things are equally important for the child to advance in life. Now, cognition and education are also interrelated. If we talk about cognitive development and education, these both are so closely interrelated that we cannot think of efficient learning and academic achievement without cognitive development. Education helps in cognitive development, and a good cognition helps in achieving higher in educational sector. Now the question arises that we have seen that classes are same for everybody. There are around 20 to 60 students in a class, depending upon the kind of school they are studying in. In small schools and in good private schools, there are around 20 to 25 students in a class. But if we talk about government schools, there are around 50 to 60 students in a class. And the class is same for everybody. We have a better content today. I suppose everybody would agree with me that as compared to the past times, we have better content. Content is available online. We have better technology, smart boards, teaching tools. We have lots and lots of things that can make teaching and learning simple. But still, have you ever wondered why the result is not same for everybody? Not same, I would say not even similar for everybody. There are lots and lots of students who get 90%, 95%, and in the same class, there are a lot of students who strive for even the passing marks. So the answer is very simple. There are different people, and everybody learns in a different style. But the idea is that in the school, all the students are taught in the same way. Some students learn better by asking questions, probing questions. Some students learn better by sitting alone. Certain students would like to study in music. But do we get these kind of environment in the school? Now, before coming to this slide, I would like to express my thanks to Dr. Professor Howard Gardner. He's not a new name again. Anybody who has studied psychology or anthropology would know him, and he has been a great name in the child psychology as well. So, why I have taken up his intelligence theory is that what we used to ask children is in the class, is the child intelligent? Now he denies this question. He says the question is wrong. There is no such question where we can ask that is the child intelligent. He says every child is intelligent. We need to recognize how is the child intelligent. There is no child according to him who is not intelligent. So we'll just see to it how. Now, according to him, there are 9 types of intelligences. There are 9 types of intelligences in a child, and every child is intelligent in at least one of the way. There are kinesthetic children who learn by doing things. A lot of children who learn by practically doing things. There are a lot of children who learn by discussion. Such children are known as interpersonal children because they have better interpersonal skills. There are logical children, children who learn better by logical skills. They need to know the answer of the question why, how, and then they learn. So, coming next, naturalist. A lot of children who are more naturalist in nature, and they would learn better if we provide them a natural environment. Again, musical. There are students who learn in a musical background. See, you would have seen many students who learn. I have come across many students who learn better when there is a soft music played in the background. Then there are special students. We also call these students visual students. They learn better by visualizing things and by imagining things. These children are more creative and more innovative by nature. Next is the intrapersonal students who learn by probing into their own selves, more by insight. Cosmic, these kind of children are more thought provoking and they even try to provoke thoughts among others. Then is the linguistic. These children learn mostly by writing or by reading the things again and again. Now, what is the why I have described all this is that we have these kind of students. But if we talk about the educational system that we have, I have not come across any school, except the rare ones, who employ either any of these methods except logical and linguistic. If we see about most of the schools in India, especially, they even if they claim having used the most intelligences, but still logical and linguistic intelligence or the teaching styles are the most used in the schools. Every teacher would come, logically explain the things, and give a lecture, deliver a lecture. So the students who are logical and linguistic by nature, they are at advantage. They learn better, they learn faster, and then they get good marks. Of course, with the advancement in technology and awareness about learner centered education, there are a lot of schools that have started including interpersonal methods as well, where teacher and students discuss things and then they come to a conclusion. There is always a discussion in the class. But what about the other what about kinesthetic, naturalistic, musical, spatial, intrapersonal, and cosmic students? When we see there are a lot of students in the classroom who are not able to get marks, there could be one reason behind it, that they could be of one of these intelligences which are not catered in the schools. So it becomes very important for the schools to use the curriculum, the same curriculum, in an innovative way. They could use the same curriculum in these ways that they can inform the students or instruct the students in their particular linguistic style. So to conclude, I would say that the traditional and rigid methods of teachings are important, of course, no doubt they are good, but they need to be replaced by multiple intelligences so that every student can understand best to the knowledge. Customized instruction system should be there. That means if the child is more linguistic by nature, he should get the instruction in that way. A child who is more kinesthetic by nature, the instruction system should be like that. Implementation of multiple intelligence in the classroom, again, if there is no need to change the curriculum should be the same, but the instruction system has to change according to the intelligence of the child. And educational systems should be more learner centered. Of course, I've come across a lot of people who say that even today in India, the education system is learner centered, but it is only on papers what I see. I had conducted research in lots and lots of schools, almost, I would say, over 100 schools in Punjab, Chandigarh, and Haryana. And I've come across all the schools using the same old traditional methods. All the advances that are there are only in black and white in papers. Teaching learning process must include all the intelligence that I just mentioned, because in schools it is only linguistic and logical intelligence that is being used. And all this would help to create the interest of students in education. And once the interest of the children is created in educational system, there is nothing that can stop them. And it becomes thus very important for teachers to identify the dominant intelligence. The game starts here. We need to identify the dominant intelligence of the child and then give him the respective instruction. So this is all that I just wanted to say. And the important key factor over here is that we need to make the research more productive. We need to make our research more purposeful so that every child can use it. So I am open to any question that anybody has. So any question or anything that is anybody's mind, please can share.
Thank you, Dr. Shruti. If anybody wants to ask any questions, we can have it at the end of the discussion. Because we are running short of time, we'll move on to the next agenda point. Thank you, Dr. Shruti, for your wonderful introductory talk on today's topic on innovation and research. And before inviting the panelists over here, I would like to inform you that please restrict your talk within 10 minutes. And outline of the discussion, today's discussion has been already communicated to all the panelists and speaker over here. Hence, I request you to don't deviate from the topic. And with that small intro, let me introduce and welcome the first speaker and panelist of today's session, Professor Salaluddin Krit, Morocco, IEEE. Sir, over to you.
Hello, everybody. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Perfectly, you are audible.
Thank you very much. Today, nice to meet you. I'm so happy to talk with you today about the research and innovation. I would like in the beginning to thank very much the team who managed this idea and this project. So I'm so happy today to be with you. So this is my first presentation with you. So for that, I would like to present myself and my experience in the domain of research and innovation. First, I would like to start with some information about my experience. I think, do you see my screen?
Yes, sir. Your screen is visible.
Okay. So, as you know, I'm a professor with the Ibn Zohar University. So, just to know, I'm a professor ability in computer science and physics. I have already participated in different conferences about my experience, international experience. I'm just to know a senior member with E3I. About my experience in research and innovation. So I already started with Ibn Zohar University in Morocco, city of Agadir. I'm currently head of laboratory for the mobile phone and especially power management and audio. The my idea and using your idea, I hope with the time to create a team, international team between our team here in Morocco, for example, Egypt, India, USA, and other country, and we will. I hope to finish this idea to create some industrial company in software and hardware technology, because we have some industrial experience and some experience in research. And before to forget, I insist in this idea and hope to collaborate with all the present here in the future. So about research and innovation, my experience in research and innovation. So I already created with my team here in Morocco, in Egypt, in India, and in Turkey and other countries. We are created some international conference in different domain. I would like to thank some of my colleagues who assist here in this meeting. About the research, so we are already organized some specialty with different indexed scopes. And I can say the name of some journals like GCOMES, like CIRA, and now I'm an editorial-in-chief of Journal of Cyber Security and Information Management in the United States. I will share with you if you want the details. Again, editor for Journal of Mathematics and Statistics, editor for Computer Reviews Journal, editor-in-chief of International Multidisciplinary Journal Research, guest editor specialty at International Journal of Sensor and Sensor Network, guest editor in different other journal. I would like to thank not more time. For now, I'm a general chair of different conference organized here in Morocco and, for example, in Jordan, in Egypt, Tunisia, and other countries. And I already tried to organize some edition with my colleagues in India and in Romania. I think you know Professor Shatirji and Professor Romania, Valentina in Romania, sorry. So for the conference, just to know, some conference ongoing like International Network of Research and Training and International Conference of Computer Science and Renewable Energy. Subjects is to help the PhD and researchers to publish their paper in some indexed database like DPLP, like Scopus, Springer, EGE Global, and Taylor and Francis. Another conference ongoing again, ANBOS, and the ACDCs. Just to know, we are started this conference. We will organize the next edition in China. So all the team, of course, you are already welcome to participate with us or to change to start some edition in your countries. We can do this with pleasure. So for another experience about my membership in some database, international database like I3I Digital Library, ICM Digital Library, International Association of Engineers, European Alliance for Innovation, Organization Committee in the Second International of Innovation, Computing Technology, Organization Committee in the International Conference of Complex Systems, Technical Program Committee for the some many other conference. And the second, like for example, Second International Conference on Digital Information, and international member of International Association of Advanced Materials, Elsevier. Of course, I already participate in reviewing with different journals like TKSA, ITRIS.org, OTIRG, and ITRI Transaction and Journals, Information Security Journal, A Global Perspective, and Babylon. So this is some of my experience in research and innovation. In same, as you know, we are collaborate with some colleagues in India and in Europe and USA to publish some books like with the publisher, for example, the LPHA. This book is ongoing. The title of the book, Deep Learning for Personalized Healthcare Service, with my colleagues Vishai Jai in India, Hadi in Afghanistan, me and Omar from Turkey, and Dr. Shatirji from Nepal. Another book ongoing titled Distributed Sensing and Intelligent Systems from Springer. With this is subject result of an international conference of distributed system at Sensing with Dr. Mohammed Hosni from Egypt and Dr. Yuan from Texas, University of Texas. Of course, in relation between the research and methodology, I already published some books dedicated to students of license and masters. For example, this book is published with NOR publication to help the student to start programming using programmation language of programmation Java. Another book already published in collaboration with different professors, especially with Valentina and Professor Marius from Romania and other professors from Canada. I would like to present to you our collaboration with another professor in Canada. His name Dr. Rashid Belamri from Canada, and Mohamed Husni from Egypt, and Marius from Romania. So this is some little a small presentation about my research and relation between innovation and technology. I hope to present to you another presentation in future because just to know we have just 10 minutes, so I can't go more things.
Yes.
So thank you very much for your collaboration, and you will come also.
Yes. Thank you, Professor Salaluddin. Thank you so much for your introductory talk. My humble request to all other panelists, please restrict your discussion within 10 minutes because we are running short of time. With that, I invite the next speaker, Engineer Sivasankar, Aerostate Aviation, Bangalore. Over to Mr. Sivasankar. Mr. Sivasankar. Mr. Sivasankar, are you there?
Yeah, I am okay.
Yeah, yes.
Professor Nagarajan, the screen is still shared. I would request in case he can just unshare the screen.
Yeah, let me. Mr. Sivasankar, would you like to share your screen?
No, you can start my screen.
Sir, you can close your screen, sir. You could not able to.
Yes,
Yeah. Over to Sivasankar. Sir, please unmute yourself.
I would like to thank CWSIR for organizing a wonderful event on innovation and research. So my topic is about aviation innovation and research. So far aviation is already known as a driving force of global technology development and innovation. Engine and aircrafts become lighter, quieter, and more efficient. So emerging technologies like reshaping with robotics, artificial intelligence, and Internet of Things, and unmanned aerial vehicle, it's and all very good, performing very good in aviation sector. So push the so far pushing hybrid and electric airplanes. We are bringing hybrid and electric airplanes in upcoming days for innovation and technological improvement platform. So alternate fuels also we are using in aviation field for significantly in the support of environmental protection. So also I would also tell artificial intelligence, which is going to play a big role in upcoming years like 2025. Even artificial intelligence is going to play a big role in not only in the field of automotive but also in the field of aviation. So we are also working in that area, developing a software models for artificial intelligence and big data concepts. So increasing the safety, efficiency, and sustainability is the promising way for in the aviation sector. This technology can help to improve aviation infrastructure and airspace utilization. Because of COVID, aviation market is it's like a fall down, not only in aviation market but also in all complete because of COVID it get affected. So this can be retrieved by artificial intelligence technology and advancement for safety and efficiency and sustainability. So, and I also have to discuss about mobility and connectivity, regional connectivity. In India, domestic aviation is like uh, before COVID, it was very good, and mobility and connectivity for the cities have been developed in like uh, it's in a huge manner. So these innovations relate primarily to moving goods for now, but they will quickly become viable for moving people as well. This way of innovation in aviation will surely impact the wider transport sector, as well as the 2030 agenda for sustainable development by ICAO. So these concepts also given examples for future for moving people to delivering packages, innovation, and truly amazing. If we want this future to become reality, we need to ensure that everyone communicates and collaborate to make effective use of this innovation. So innovation and research in the field of aviation, I need to suggest that in aviation research, there should be some more improvement is required, not only in India but also globally. So as of now, aviation need improvement in the field of research, so that we need a lot of innovation models to develop. So if it comes by 2025, the aviation will be surely shine globally. So so I would like to conclude that this aviation like innovation and research in the aviation field will be developed by developing a models in artificial intelligence. We Aerostat Aviation is also working in that area for developing artificial intelligence. We also working in data analytics and big data for the globe as a part of emerging technology and innovation models. Thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Thank
Any
you.
questions you can ask.
Thank you, Mr. Susankar, for your wonderful talk on aviation and other things. I hope a lot of innovation and research is going on in the aviation. As you mentioned, in 2030, we may get very good technology for aviation sector. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now I invite Mr. Hossain, a research scholar, IRA, to share his views on research and innovation. Over to Mr. Hussain.
Hello, sir. Nice to meet you. I thank you for inviting me to the wonderful webinar. I would like to mention today I have two topic about my research area. My name Hussein El Nasrullah, research and development, Sharif University of Technology, Tehran, Iran, and teacher assistant. and same university and research assistant in the Iran University of Science and Technology. My topic about technology solution. First topic. Green energy technology solution to reduce carbon emission. The world is now towards innovation and development. Development, especially in the field of the green energy, which will save the world from the deadly carbon emission. Explain as much as possibly green energy and what the technological solution will be offered by example solar energy when installing this power generation system each blade from the green energy equal 15 trees. It is it is called green energy. يعني, each plate solar energy equal 15 trees, so it is called the green energy. The world is now seeking to solve the carbon crisis very seriously to end the crisis at the beginning of the year 2030. About my second topic, the impact of the COVID-19 on policies, economic integration, policies and solution. What the solution about the economic integration, economic? Because of COVID-19 pandemic, the unemployment rate has increased that leads to the many impact on the economic integrations police. In addition, has had other effects such as the rate of the international marketing, for example, the oil price or the agriculture on the manufacturing and so on. The technology solution recovery. We have technology solution recovery because effect of the COVID pandemic. The technology solution recovery must be used integration economic. COVID-19 vaccine manufacturing is on a process, and when it finishes, it can save the life of people. By then, we should come to some solution for all the currently issue. Finally, I seek to share my work with the scholars to be more sophisticated. Thank you very much. Thank you for all and the wonderful webinar. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Hussain. As you rightly mentioned about renewable energy sector, entire world is focusing on renewable energy. We are moving towards green energy. I think, after 2030, the thermal energy will be replaced by renewable energy. With that, now I invite Mr. Horace Dominic, IJSR Indonesia, to share his views on innovation and research. Over to you, sir.
About years 2030, the technology in information about cars, electrical battery I make for the cars. I made battery for battery electrical for cars, but I make for the power plant hybrid system. Photovoltaic, solar energy, and diesel generator. They should be together to a low cost system and reduce carbon emission. They should be together and the hybrid system.
Hybrid, yeah. You are suggesting
Yes,
hybrid system for reliable supply. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Over to Mr. Horace Dominic, IJSR Indonesia. Sir, can you hear me? Horace Dominic? Okay, we'll move on to the next speaker, Professor Khatim Suleiman, President ATAST Tunisia. Sir, you can share your views on innovation and research. Over to you, sir. Sir, please unmute yourself and speak, sir. Sir, please unmute yourself. You are not audible. Sir, Mr. Hussain, please unmute yourself. Sir, your audio is not, you are not audible, sir. Mr. Hussain, you are not audible.
Please tell me if you can start or not.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I can.
Still your audio
Hello?
is, yeah, now it is okay. You can proceed.
So hello everybody. So I'm gonna talk to you about a little bit about research and innovation from another angle of view. So please, if there is any problem about the sound, please give me a sign.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna start right now. So I will start by presenting myself briefly and shortly. So my name is Professor Hatem Sliman from Tunisia, as everybody knows. So Tunisia is the top in Africa. So I'm the national president of ATST, which is the Tunisian Association for the Future of Science and Technology, the general director of International Festival of Engineering, Science and Technology in Tunisia, the general director of NILSAT Africa, and member of BRISAC, and really very honored to be part of this organization, Salzwater Society. So thank you so much for the invitation. So I'm gonna talk about this topic briefly in 10 minutes or less. I'm gonna talk about innovation and research in general. How can the one becomes involved into it? My personal experience, and I'm gonna share experience of career in innovation and research. So about innovation and research, I'm trying to give some point of view which is shared almost from everybody. So it's trying to making things differently, is looking for solutions, or try to solve and to give needs satisfaction. In another way, some of people think that it's creating needs in itself. So maybe don't solve problems, but create needs for people. This is the general graph for definition of the relationship between innovation and research that everybody knows. This is like a circle between knowledge and money. So going from money to knowledge, it needs research, but we can goes back from knowledge to make money, so we need to do innovation. So everybody think that innovation is a function of research and development, but I want to tell that innovation process can be used to solve any problem in any aspect of business. Let me focus exactly on education as an example. So we can work in education field using the same process, the same approach from research and innovation. So as an educator, innovative educator, so I'm gonna focus on that terminology. I'm gonna focus on education. It's not doesn't mean that others are not important, but this is most important for me. So and everybody have to develop the own point of view in order to be like global and general solution for every field, for any field, I mean. So how can the one become involved into it? Normally there is a long list to short, but for me, I selected the main things there where we can act to bring innovation to our company. Why not to our school? So this is very important to make innovation the new normal. So when we want to improve things about innovation, so we have to make it like the normal thing in your institution. Bring people together. So to call them all together to focus on the same problem in order to be on the same access. Be available for any for any new experience. So and reward innovation is very important. Uh, uh, Independently about the result, we have to encourage that. So if you do this in your school, it will give certainly a very good uh, uh, result in that process. Career in innovation and research, I want to share my small experience in that. So I started doing that since 19 years before. So I started like uh, I make like circuit between the NGOs and the profit uh, companies. So I see like problems about education are related or are split onto three main parts. The first one is the trainee. The second one is the location. The third one is the trainer. And from here, it starts my vision about development and doing innovation in education field. So I started by the location. So I focused on the location because everybody is focusing on teachers and students, but really there is no many works on research about the place or to improve the place on itself. So I started by creating like Hackspace small one like this, so to join people together in the same place, and the real research start from here. Some we did like many many question or two for many people, and the results is here. So this is the NGO where we start working. So it's like specialist place for where people can really learn differently. So we conduct many surveys and we did a lot in order to improve that. Moving to another experience is to make education outside sites. So we did more than 100 workshops for more than 5,000 trainees, and we did 2,200 kilometers around the country. This is the map of Tunisia, in order to see the impact of the location. Is it really important to work inside or outside, or never mind? This is the final result. So we improve the space. Actually, the space is really a place very, very special. Where you, as you see, this is not like only about how can I say? This is not only about something well. It's only about the splitting of the space in scientific side, in scientific way. So this is also the space here. It's like hack space from where we can learn here and share and everything. So this is about the place. And then we immigrate and we decided to start the first startup in education field. So this is EduTech Tunisia, where we learn, build, and share about our knowledge. Actually, we are developing solutions, different solutions in education field to help teachers, investors, students to learn in better condition. So we have a small number of employer, but they are really working in specific place. So we goes from NGO and then to small academy and then to we did a lot of research to invest in a startup which is located in Tunisia here. So we start working on VR and ER courses as research and development here in that field. And then I want to share the opinion of one of employee, how he is seeing the career as innovator. So it's like 20 seconds video, small video. This is his name.
Hello.
I don't know, is you
My name is Haytham Belhash Khalifa. I am the development director in EduTech, and I can already see that I have an amazingly bright future ahead of me. And the best thing is I've come straight from graduation to work here, and already I feel like so. EduTech, thank you so much for this amazing opportunity that you have offered me.
So as you see here, the importance of investing and doing research in education, this is the opinion of one employee, is one of our best one. So in my opinion, this normal circle is dependent, especially on the educator, development of the educator, the vision of the educator. So this is the real research that we should do about the future. And thank you so much for listening, and hope that we contribute with you. And thank you so much for this opportunity as well.
Yeah, thank you so much, Professor Hatib. You can stop sharing your screen. As he rightly mentioned, research is a lever that provided with money will generate knowledge, but innovation is a lever that provided with knowledge will generate money. Well said, sir. Now I invite our chief guest, Professor Sharif Ismail, to enlighten the forum with your speech. Over to you, sir.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for this invitation. I'm really happy to be with you and share my contribution. Actually, thank you for all our colleague and the participant for their contribution. Actually, because the time for me is so limited, as you mentioned, 10 minutes. So my name is Sharif Ismail. I'm professor in business information system from Egypt. Actually, I will talk today about these main pillars you determined before. So I will talk about the definition of innovation from my point of view. And actually, I start with this word, my point of view, because you know this definition there are a lot. So as we know, innovation has become an growing cliched term, but from my point of view, it has a simple definition, which is to make people life easier by what we call it, by converting research into commercial assets. also there another definition which I have adapted from MIT Professor Edward Roberts and Professor Bill Alt. Professor Edward Report before mentioned innovation equal invention plus commercialization. But during my experience, I found this new formula will be much with my trend. So I suggested this formula, what we call it innovation equal research times intellectual property times commercialization. I modified the report's definition, which involved addition, because innovation is not a sum of invention and commercialization, but a product. Since there is commercialization but no invention, that means we can substitute invention by zero, or invention but no commercialization will be. Also commercialization by zero, then there is no invention. It is in the public interest to encourage innovation and to reward inventors with exclusive rights to exclude others from exploiting their creation. Such rights are established by law in the form of patent for process, discoveries, and the machine and the copyrights. For creatives, works of authorship, and to some extent by employer employee contract in our status, like our universities or our institute. The process of technology transfer takes an invention from bench to commercialization, the first step of which is to establish who has what we call it intellectual property right over the creation. The inventor is not required to have built the device as almost people think, but must provide a specific enough description in the patent application such that a person with appropriate expertise and know how could build the device and produce at least one the inventor's claimed result. Copyright exists once the authored material is put into some tangible form and don't require registration with the US copyright offices, because now I think even in the third world countries, we have a lot of offices that can achieve that intellectual property for the author. The second item I will talk about, how can the one become involved into it? Actually, I focus on the research. I mean, how we can, as a professor, involve it into what we call it innovation. I focused on three steps or three what we call it recommendation from my experience. Number one, I prefer to spread the culture of that professors should think as entrepreneur. Scientists actually evaluate research by considering whether it makes an original contribution to our understanding of the world. Businesses have a different rationale, which by and large is to make money. Professors need to get business people who are on the same wavelength, on their learn and who can explain and guide them. The second recommendation, professors should know their right. It's important to know how own and who has a right to develop your research output. In academia, by default, most institution own your research. may choose to protect your ideas with copyright, license, or patent idea if they are to have commercial value. The last recommendation, it changes the culture of research nature. In the case of what we call it, reliably investigate things out of intellectual curiosity without any view to commercialization. The original research will not be aimed at solving any commercial market-related problem outside of obvious areas such as pharmaceuticals and engineering. And so the breakthrough is inevitably made in isolation of market requirements. So we need to remember that as originating scientist knowledge and recognition may be the only reward we get, what we call it, and other who take it market and take the financial and the commercial risk might get the majority of the profit. But as an academic scientist, hopefully that not why you enter science in the first place. Also, there is increasing emphasis worldwide for making better practical use of fundamental scientific research for academia be part of the exchange. What we call it career and innovation and research. From my point of view, I see innovation itself doesn't make sense. Actually, we have to join it with what we call it entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship and innovation both are two faces of the same coin. So if we talk about careers, entrepreneurship will answer. Entrepreneurs create jobs. Without entrepreneurs, jobs wouldn't exist. Entrepreneurs take on the risk to employ themselves. Also, we can say entrepreneur innovate some of the greatest technologies in today's technological advances come out of a need to solve problem, create efficiencies, or improve world. Also, created change. Entrepreneur dream big, so naturally some of their ideas will make worldwide change. They might create a new product that solve a burning problem or take on the a challenge to explore something never explored before. Entrepreneurs give to society while some have this notion of the rich being evil and greedy, they often do more for a great people than the average person. Actually, if we go to the of nation is directly proportional to the innovation and the research taking place in the nation. Um, a lot of studies actually, such as Q and Yang 20, what we call 2008, the effect of knowledge capital and technology slower on economic growth in China. I choose China because I believe China is what we call it is solution for the next future for a lot of problems. So the result showed that innovation, or what we call it research and the development capital and technology import contribute significantly to economic growth in China. The elasticity of research and the development to economic growth was as large as of technology. showing same contribution to economic growth of China. The study suggested the existence of research and the development spillover, as well as international knowledge spillovers, tax incentives, financial assistance, and R&D grants can be helpful tool to encourage research activity and innovation in economy. The review of theoretical and empirical study relevant to the role of R&D in economic growth of countries around the world agree on the significant role of different form research and development in what we call it productivity or economic growth. Therefore, it can be concluded that the developing countries, what we call it third world countries, should concentrate on research and development to achieve the sustained economic growth. So I will share my personal experience. I have a long experience in Saudi University, especially in innovation and entrepreneurship, because I was a chairman for intellectual property office. And before that, I used to teach the course Introduction to Technology, maybe that from 15 years ago. So this is the what we call it the main start or the core start. I begin my activities, innovation and entrepreneurship from the time. Actually, I deal with the student and I found their passion to achieve something new. And actually, the university, a lot of universities really, or many of universities support us and support our thought, and they established this office especially to save the right of a student. For example, one of this university, Al-Qura University, they achieved more than 100 patents during 2 years. So I believe without these formal policies from the university or such enterprises, the inventor or the researcher cannot achieve any progress, and he cannot or she cannot achieve her or his goal. Thank you so much for your patience, and if you have any question, you are welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Professor Sarif Ismail, for your wonderful speech. And now it is time to conclude the session with my concluding remark. First of all, I thank you all for your wonderful speech on the given topic, innovation and research. And some of the outcomes from this today's panel discussion, as one of the professor rightly mentioned, the research is the lever that provided with money will generate knowledge, but innovation is the lever that provided with knowledge will generate money. And in my point of view, innovation is the creation, development and implementation of a new product, process or service with the aim of improving efficiency, effectiveness or competitive advantage. There are different types of innovation. It may be a product innovation, service-oriented, process-oriented, management-oriented, and it's open to any field. But innovation is important for the advantage of the society as it solves some kinds of social problems and enhances society's capacity to act. It is responsible for resolving collective problems in a sustainable and efficient way, usually with new technology. So now we are moving on to a new technology like artificial intelligence, robotics, renewable energy sector, electric vehicle, and so on. But a lot of risk is involved in innovation. That's why people are not ready to take, this kind of innovation in their real time. It can be risk. It can be a operational risk, commercial risk. Especially people are more worried about commercial risk. And yes, of course, fear factor is there. A lot of leadership, lack of leadership quality, and lack of collaboration. These are the main problem. We could not able to innovate more thing in our field of specialization. But it is the need of the hour to come out with more innovation. When it comes to research, research is the way of looking for new information, new understanding, and new facts. Research is often used for solving problems or increasing available knowledge. This can be done by testing theories and making observation. Research usually prefers to be systematic, organized, and objective, or I can say innovation will give you a new idea, new product, but research, with the existing kind of concept, we are searching something new, or I can say research is nothing but researching. It is not anything new, but if you contribute something new for the research, you will get very good innovative results from that research. But in my point of view, final concluding remark, without innovation, there is no research, and without research, there is no innovation. Both will complement each other. So therefore, you cannot separate research and innovation. So wherever there is a research, you will be having some innovation. Wherever you have innovation, there is a research behind the innovation. So with that, I would like to conclude this wonderful panel discussion. I take this opportunity to thank all the panelists, chief guests of today's discussion, and all the members of CWSIR for their untiring effort to make this panel discussion possible. So once again, I thank you all for your wonderful contribution for this today's session. And before closing this meeting, I request you all to switch on your video so that we can capture one snapshot. I request all the panelists, all the members over here to switch on your video for the group photo, virtual group photo. Few more people, Dr. Pandey. My special thanks to Dr. Pandey for your wonderful coordination to make this panel discussion possible. Smile, please. Thank you. Have a great day. We will meet again with one more new topic, the same forum. Good night.
Thank you so much. Excuse me, I want to just take the chance and thank Dr. Smeta so much for this effort, and may God please all his work. Thank you so much.
Thank you.